Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing my review for The Mighty Thor issue 15. And I like this issue, but again, we get another case of not real movement on the War of the Realms front, at least obviously, like in the obvious sense, because there's some pretty big implications for what's happening. Hopefully it dovetails into more of what I'm thinking of, but we'll have to see if that works. Because in this issue, we kind of have... It seems very disconnected at first. Because we see that the Shi'ar have come to Asgard. And it's like, okay, what do they want? And we see the Gladiator talking to Heimdall. And it's like, alright, we're coming in. Okay, you're not going to stop me. And then seeing like the clash of power between Gladiator and Heimdall was pretty fucking epic. But it's like, okay, what's their end goal here? And then we see him like busting through. We see the whole kind of like Shi'ar Empire kind of like coming in. And I'm not very familiar with the Shi'ar. I mean, I did watch the X-Men show in the 90s and all that. Really like that, kind of got that relationship there with the X-Men. But I'm not very familiar with like what the Shi'ar are kind of with in relations to like Asgard and all that. So they're like busting heads and everything. And while that's going on, we get to see Carl Borson talking with Jane, pretty much saying, you gotta leave because you're not doing your duties and all that. I don't really like you. And it was just like really strange. I didn't read Fear itself. But I thought Cole would be kind of more of a, how should I put this? Kind of more ruthless and very imposing figure since he's like the god of fear. Here it was just more like trying to like strut and all that. I guess thinks that he doesn't really need to do that because Jane Foster is puny and all that and he deems her sick because of the cancer. It's like, get over it or die. It's like, damn, fuck you? Maybe? It's like, you could tell that Jane's like, oh, I got words for you, but if I could just get my fucking hammer, oh, and I could get away with it too. And it's just like, yeah, that's good to kind of see that in Jane, because after it, she's like, I want to hit something. And it's like, now you're kind of understanding what Thor does. It's like, yeah, you have to be politic sometimes with like a call, but you're like, I just want to do what's good, and I need to vent my frustration. I need to hit something. So she gets her hammer pretty much in time to see, like, Gladiator saying that he's here to conquer and all that, and seeing all the, like, Shi'ar forces come down. It's like, holy shit, we're getting sci-fi with our fantasy and all that. And it's like, this is cool. This is pretty awesome. But then, of course, Thor enters the field. It's like, alright everybody, stop what you're doing. And then Gladiator just starts this fight and she's like, I really need to read my wiki page. What the hell's going on here? And I like that humanizing aspect of her. I mean, granted, it could be a little bit meta, but she's new to this. It's not like it comes with, ye instruction manual to be Thor. I mean, that would be fucking hilarious. Written by Thor Odinson. Here are all my villains. Yea, this was a very mightily battle. That would be great. Now, granted, Mjolnir could say that kind of stuff, but we don't know how far they're going to go with the aspects of Mjolnir's sentience, and if Mjolnir is just like, listen, you got to learn some stuff on your own with certain things and just go at it. But it was it's cool seeing those aspects of Jane as Thor. It really just gets her as a good character and shows that she's really getting into being Thor. And then, of course, Gladiator gets her in a hold and then like, alright, teleporters, let's get out of here. And it's like, why are we here? It's like, kneel before the Shi'ar gods and pray for their mercy. And it's like, okay, maybe that this like War of Realms is like going into other pantheons as well. That's what I'm hoping comes out of this. Because one, I don't know too much about the Shi'ar, and two, I don't know that much about their gods. This could be a kind of game changer. They could be like, Malekith is like messing with things that he shouldn't be messing with, and you're going to need help. Because he's already starting to take out allies for like the War of the Realms. and he's already setting up his own bases. Who knows if he has made pacts with other pantheons? We could get the Greeks in here. We could get Hercules and all that. That's the stuff that'll be really cool, and seeing Jane as Thor interacting with them and all that, and bringing in like sci-fi and like aliens. It could turn into one whole other kind of mess, and that could have exciting implications. Now, if this is a side story and just to kind of like get more stuff out of Jane, I don't mind that because it's a pretty interesting setup, and as long as it's got the stuff with like the gods of the Shi'ar and kind of bringing that kind of stuff into it, it's gonna be interesting regardless. I just hope it ties in more with the War of the Realms. So, those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.